Hello. Today I want to talk about the mental health of this country, the United States of America, and the elections and how polarized we truly are. Um, there's one aspect of all of this that I, from day one, have just not been able to come to terms with, and that is that for whatever reasons, we're talking about a lot of things, but we're not talking about what's going on at the border. I think we have disassociated the truth. And I want to know, are there children at the border in cages? Because I think the implications of that point converge upon today. Because no matter what, if you're expecting your mental health to be okay, and you're a part of a collective system that engages in heinous crimes against children, then I assure you your mental health has some issues. So, um, and I think that I'm very disturbed at the level of disassociation I'm seeing. We are, as the adults on planet Earth, given to protect that which is less than capable of protecting themselves, such as children, animals, etc., plants. um, and how we've forgotten this, I don't know. So I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a Republican. I'm not speaking about your political uh, position. I'm talking about morality. I'm talking about children that, for whatever reasons, the media is talking about so many things that that's not something they're talking about. And honestly, in my opinion, it should be the only thing we're talking about until it's resolved. Um, and personally, I've said this, and my husband actually committed to saying it with me today, and I was very proud of him because I think it's a very heavy statement. I would give my life to have those children in those cages be removed and returned to their parents. I would give my life for that because this this is wrong. Now, mind you, I'm going to say this because I think it's important that I'm in a stage 4 situation where my life is kind of on the edge anyway, and perhaps it's easier for me to see it, say it, and do it. Maybe that's a little easier than not, but we should all have that level of love and concern for a child. At no time should a child be in danger in the USA by our own hands. So, I'm just going to ask the cards to help us unfold this issue, our mental health, the elections, and children in cages on the US border. And with that, I'm going to put the laptop down. I'm going to use my spellcaster deck. I like it for these kind of nasty readings. And I'm going to select 14 cards. And I have one arm right now. I have my arm on my right is got an issue right now, and it is being contained. So let's go ahead and select 14 cards. Spirit, help me to select 14 cards. So there's card 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so I now have 14 cards, and I'm going to put these back together. I want to help myself, but yeah, dang if I don't have an issue. Okay, we have the Fool, the beginning of a new journey. And there it is, the Fool, the beginning of a new journey at the bottom of the pack of Major Arcana. So let's see where this takes us. All right, so we start out, oh boy, we start out right off the bat on this issue with the election, children in cages, and our mental health. We're in a tower moment. We are being asked to look at ourselves and how we are impacting, and it is fairly serious. I'm not fairly, it is beyond serious. I mean, I just feel, I feel embarrassed to be in the United States right now. I feel embarrassed that we can't seem to get a handle on anything, that we don't know the difference between what leadership is and what leadership isn't. So yeah, we are in a tower moment, okay? And what that tower moment is being crossed by is the Queen of Swords, the sharp edge of truth. We need to look at some things. We cannot continue to ignore the truth. And that is why I'm doing this video today, because I do feel like by ignoring the truth, we've set up a level of consequences for ourselves that can't be understated. So we have the Tower, Major Arcana, being crossed by the sharp sword of truth. And then we get, in a past position, the Six of Wands, and basically the Six of Wands, you know, that conducting of the energy. I almost feel like maybe it's because we're hearing so much, or because maybe it to me it looks like we elevate one person, or we have elevated one person above us all and said, okay, you tell us the truth and we'll listen to you and you only. We've been conned, okay? And we are responsible. If there are in fact children in cages, I don't care how moral you feel, you're wrong. You're wrong for not standing up for it and saying that's wrong. We're all wrong, every one of us. And I assure you, this isn't a Democratic nor Republican issue. Children in cages is a moral issue for which we, the people of the United States, who have so much, have no excuse. None. Also, in a very recent past position, we get the King of Wands, that being held in a position, in an action for 4 years that perhaps doesn't properly reflect who all of us are. But we absolutely know that we've been held in this position. Okay. And in the below position, it's been a negotiation for money. So in other words, children in cages isn't because it of a moral nature, it's of a financial nature. So that kind of bothers me again still, and I'm not going to go into why I feel bothered by that, because I think it goes a little too far. I'd love to go too far, but I'm going to just not, because I'm just not. Okay, and then we get this, in the near future position, this Knight of Pentacles. Something is going to change our financial awareness. And what I like about that is it's going to bring us around to being aware that this has largely been about money. And I don't know why children in cages, and well, I do have an idea why, but children in cages and the way government has operated, um, whether it is Democratic or Republican, mind you, it is largely about money and protecting those who have charge over the items and money of the earth. Okay. And that's our immediate future. And then what's coming is the chariot, rapid transformation. So something is getting ready to break. And boy, that just gives my heart something to, because I have to admit, I mean, I'm feeling like, to me, my hope was, and I'm sad to say this, that we would have this election, it would be a landslide, and there would be no question that we would do the right thing. Now, the chariot is rapid transformation, and I do really hope, and I want to ask some clarification on this rapid transformation in the near future, because the stakes just couldn't be higher. And again, I don't really care what your political position is. I'm not talking about your political position. You can be a Republican and care about children, and you can be a Democrat and care about children. We need to resolve this issue. So we need rapid transformation, and I'm going to ask for further clarifiers on that chariot card. But we will finish this up. Um, we've got the King of Pentacles, this greed and avarice, this this energy, and over children, mind you, that we are ignoring their well-being. And don't look at somebody else, look at yourself, ask yourself where your part in this is, because these are children, and this is a stain on us, and it is a stain. Historically, it'll be a stain. And what we have in our hopes and fears position is we have the Nine of Cups, this completion cycle of a relationship or a way things are done. I think this card suggests that it is starting to become a stink that we can no longer ignore, and therefore it is going to get dealt with regardless of which party wins this election. But I can't even believe that we've let this go on for 4 years. I find myself by just that alone shocked. And here we go. We've got the high priestess and a baby, and it is written, and she's got the baby on her lap, that from on high the children will receive care. It is written. And for those of you who don't bring this to your consciousness, you're participating. And so do bring that forward to yourself. I mean, collectively, we are a part of how we land. We're not victims of our decisions. And this high priestess is here to tell us that her priority is the baby. So get your collective heads together. We can't be this dark, because we've had some theft. Okay, this is about theft. It's about intellectual theft. Children are not commodities. Children are God's little angels, um, that haven't been hardened. So to me, it's just so egregious that they're there in cages in the borders. And now of course I haven't been to the border, and I want to say that, and I haven't actually physically seen the children in cages on the border, but there's been a lot of collective talk about it for 4 years. And personally, until there's no collective talk about it, I'm aware of it, and I want it to stop. I don't even want collective talk about it. I want there to be no children in any cages on any border. But what we get is the world that we are in a transformation cycle. We've lost our status in the world. The world is watching. Um, and you see the laurel around the woman, and inside it looks like everything within it is very good. And yet we know that's just not true. We're very divided. Um, Sad. And then what we get is the Five of Cups. That division, that's where we're at. That is where we're at. Division. Division so bad that it's led us collectively to be unconscious of children in cages at the border, regardless of your political proclivities. And I say that because we can vote at all times with our wallets. We can vote at all times collectively. We have the ability to stand up and say no to things. And at this time, I'm not really seeing us saying no to things. But keep in mind that the foundation of the reading is the Fool, the new journey, the beginning of the new journey as we step out onto the cliff. Because the structure of things is, in fact, the structure of things. We cannot change it. And probably the magic is from on high. Okay? But we were going to ask for clarifications on the Chariot. The Chariot. So let's go ahead and do the Chariot. Got to get the right deck. And I'm going to use right away, and I'm going to just pull 10 to clarify on the Chariot being a major arcana. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. And we're clarifying the Chariot, the rapid transformation, which we all know is happening. And that what I really would like to know is this rapid transformation, the ending of this particular process of putting children in cages, or what is it? The foundation is the Four of Swords. Us being ill. Our mental health. It's we are ill. We are under the weather spiritually. We are we're in a dark place. Okay, and we're looking to clarify the Chariot, that rapid transformation, and what we get is the Page of Pentacles. This being a financial issue. And it's being crossed by an Ace of Wands. Something basically new, something sprouting from the edges. A new energy is moving in as we speak. So let's just keep going. I want to, okay, and we have a Queen of Cups, something there holding down the truth, keeping us out of the knowledge, and keeping us in a state of illusion and delusion, which I know that's how I feel. I feel like when I haven't watched the news. I haven't turned on mainstream media for a while. And when someone is watching the news, I'll leave the room because I just feel that it just is nothing but agitation. Okay, and us looking out over, and this could be the past, overseas, whatever, and looking, forlornly over it all, and wondering when is our hero going to arrive for us? What is going on here? Okay, and now in the near future, we're being asked to step into temperance. And I have gotten this, I got this during the election read, that we're pouring from one cup to the next, pouring from one cup to the next. Now, I'm not saying that this election, no matter who wins, there's no great miracle involved in this. I'm just going to tell you there's no white knight riding in to rescue us. We have to rescue ourselves. And part of how we rescue ourselves is our voice, our angelic voices, our voices that know right from wrong. And what we have is um, this Page of Swords, this new intellectual information coming forward. I think we're going to learn some things through this process of voting intellectually that is going to lead us to maybe different thoughts. And it's the death of a process that we've been in. So I would say that I guess it would be my hope that we are about to address this issue with these children. I really do hope so. In our hopes and fears position, we get a Knight of Cups, a new relationship, a new way of doing things is coming, and it will be more loving. And it may be just because we insist that we are tired of being under duress and feeling sick. And again, I want to say this isn't about politics, people. This is about children in cages. And I don't care if you're Democratic or you're Republican. This is evil. Okay. Children in cages is an evil, evil thing. And it makes us physically, spiritually, and mentally ill. And that has left us deeply embattled, divinely discontent with each other. So, with that, I ask that you dig deep and find within yourself your accountability and do something about it. Because a child, their voice is really, truly dependent upon us. So, with that, I would ask that you hit the like, share, and subscribe button and join on www.twiggie.com. I have myself and another reader, Pearl, uh, on that site, and you may request either one of us. And with that, I thank you for joining me here today.